Alright guys, another day at the range, another bullet tested, as always, the Accura LRX in .45 caliber. Today we're shooting this Lee bullet, and it is, let me show you exactly, is a 459-405 HB. The HB stands for hollow base. You may call that cupped, or you may call that hollow, I don't know, but I'm going to shoot it without a wad. Because of that hollow base. Lube is always lard and beeswax. This one, because of hollow base, you actually cut the sprue at the top of the bullet, which leaves a little bit of a flat point on there, which I think will smack down better than my 500 grain Lee. But we'll give it a shot. And shooting homemade screen powder, 60, 70, 80, and 90 if we get there. I do have something new this week. I have a brake. I picked this up. I thought, man, it's aluminum. I thought felt so gypped. Checked the website. It's actually titanium. I don't like it because it doesn't have the fish gills where you can get your thumb in there to put a patch or whatever. So I don't know. I just made this funnel. So I want 30 bucks for a funnel. But if we're shooting good at 90 grains, I'll definitely be slapping that thing on. So without further ado, let's get this thing loaded up. Alright, let's see if we can get in frame here. I'll just do one loading so you can see how hard or easy it is to load. I did load these, or size them to 453 with an NOE sizer. With my calipers it says 4535. I did feel quite a bit of resistance. They were sized to 454 before, but I felt like there was too much resistance going in. I was deforming my nose. So let's see what we can do with our first cold bore shot. 60 grains down the tube, and I could make a full length funnel. I've done it in other rifles, but I don't know if it really matters. Here we go. There's the big test here. And then, well, starts with thumb pressure, but it is firm. My barrel does tighten up a little bit, so let me get my starter on there. Yeah, a little bit of resistance. It opens up. So I don't know. I think that's a good size, 4535 for a non-mini ball. See how well it pushes in there. So 2 fingers and a crunch. Hoping that'll stay put. So what I'm looking for is tight enough to stay put, but loose enough where I'm not deforming the bullet. Now it's probably about a thou over bore, but sometimes you just got to test out different sizes. So I don't know. I can always go back to 545 if I need to. Alright, let's take our cold bore shot. It is very rainy and humid out today. I don't expect any hang fires with center fire, but we may get some lower velocities. But let's see what we do with 60 grains here. This is a cold board shot. I usually throw those out, but we'll see what we do here. Whew. Nice little thump to that. And we, if the smoke will clear, are already around 1,004 feet per second. So not too shabby. Let me put a string together and I'll show you what we get. Let's look at the speeds. We got 1019. This is our last shot, the 4th shot. 1032, 1018, 1004. That was our cold bore shot. So as fouling increases, we get more velocity. And our average was 1018 with 60 grains of homemade screen powder by weight. Let's look at the target. So here we are. That's our cold bore shot. Then that was 2, 3, and 4. So it's nice to see that the cold bore shot isn't too far off. But there's my thumb. So that's probably 2.5 to 3 inches, which is not very good. But that's only our first charge. Let's up it to 70 and see if we can't tighten that up. Alright guys, 70 grains this time. I did clean the rifle. Not between shots, but between groups. I know that doesn't make for best accuracy, but I'm trying to give you like a practical hunting accuracy in case you gotta take extra shots. Let's go down the tube here. Definitely more kick, and we're at 10:53 on the first shot. So let me shoot a group and we'll see how it turned. Alright, 3-shot group with 70 grains. 1083, 1090, 1053, average 1075. So nice little increase. Let's go look at the target. Alright, 70 grains. There's my thumb. So these were the first two. I thought, oh man, I'm going to shoot a really good group, and then, I don't know, I might have pulled that. The trigger's not as good on this LRX as it is on my Accura, or not my Accura, my Optima. My cheap Optima actually has a better trigger, go figure. But still, I'd say it's about half the size of the 60 grain group. So let's bump it up to 80 and maybe we'll shrink it again by another 50%. Alright, 80 grains. I think this is where it's going to start to get a little uncomfortable. I still have 90 grains to go, and I haven't put the brake on yet. Maybe you'll see the recoil in the footage, but I know it's hard to translate that feel. So I'll let you know in a second. Woo! Alright. A little bit higher than normal. And we're at 11:54. So we'll have to see what's going on when we get down there. Alright, I hit the delete string before I got the video, so you'll just see my notes. 11:54, 11:70, 11:37, average 11:53, which is up from 10:75, which is up from 10:18. So gaining velocity, I can tell you from here it doesn't look good, but we'll go look at the target. Alright, here's our 80 shot group. There's my thumb. So this is probably larger than the 60 and definitely larger than the 70. So 70 is our sweet spot right now. Just for fun, I'm going to throw the brake on and try to shoot 90. I was aiming for here, by the way. So I was shooting high, a little bit to the left, I guess. But let's do 90 and see if we get even worse, or if maybe we get a little better. Alright guys, 90 grains now, and with the muzzle brake on. Obviously you can't use the short end of the short starter with the brake, but you can use the long start portion. I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see. And let's see here. I'll pick a target and let her rip. And we're at 1,200 feet per second. Right above the target. I'll shoot a string. I do feel like it reduced the recoil a bit, a noticeable amount. So we'll see if it's worth it. Alright, let's see what we shot here. First shot, or third shot, 12:15, 12:65, 1,200, average 12:26. Not bad velocity. Remember, this is a over 400 grain bullet, so that's not bad energy. Let's go look at the target. I don't think it's very good, but I'll tell you what, that brake was very pleasant to shoot. So 90 with a brake, pretty big. There's my thumb. It's probably 4.5 inches. 80 was better, 70 was best, 60 was okay. So it's a 45-70 bullet. Makes sense that it'd be good with 70 grains. So this is just sort of a test to show you where to start, so you don't have to do this kind of development. So now I can load up a whole box full of 70s. I can swab between each shot. I can call the bullets. I can really look for that supreme accuracy. That's not what this test is about. It's just to see what load you should work with. and I think 70 grains with this Lee 400 grain bullet will be just the ticket. The thing about the brake I just wanted to mention is it gets really hot after each shot. I like to blow through the barrel, so I have to grab the end and put my mouth on it. You may not like that practice. I think it's safer than not doing it, but you be your own judge. But anyway, the thing was scalding hot after one shot, but being titanium and with a bunch of holes, it cooled off pretty quickly soon afterwards. But it really did do the job, and well, maybe go back to the 500 grain bullet, because I think that shot the best of all the bullets we've tested.